Hey guys, Julius here. So, I hope that you have successfully passed card 6A, which was based on articles. And today we're moving on to a totally new card, which is card 7. Okay? I hope you are in the mood for it, okay? So, we start from a very special and famous quotation, which is what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Right, good. So, что не убивает тебя, делает тебя сильнее. Alright, I hope card 6A hasn't killed you, okay? And you're alive and full of energy. Okay, so let's take a look at this word, stronger. Okay, what is the part of speech? Какая это часть речи? Stronger. You might notice from the color, right? So, which is green, and this is an adjective. So, in this card, during today's lesson, especially, we'll be working with adjectives. And adjectives, they have three types of degrees. Okay? У всех прилагательных есть три степени. Это положительная степень, positive degree. So, for example, the word strong, yeah, or old, young, pretty. So, the adjective as it is. То есть само прилагательное, как оно есть в словаре. Это у нас положительная степень, positive degree. Also, we have comparative degree, okay? Stronger, okay? Сильнее. Comparative degree is formed with the help of er when the adjective is short, okay? Strong, short adjective, right? That's why we put er. And also we have superlative degrees. So this is превосходная степень у прилагательных. Но о ней мы будем говорить немножечко позже. Okay? So let's focus on the first two, okay? Positive degree, положительная степень, and comparative degree, stronger. So this one, okay? And here comes rule number 1. So if our adjective is short, we put er, suffix er in the end. That's it. Let's take a look at the words, okay? Can you repeat after me? Younger, fatter, deeper, narrower. So as you might notice, I don't pronounce it like fatter, right? So it's like fatter. It's like slightly distinct, all right? So please pronounce it correctly. It's super important, okay? Poorer, older, weaker, okay? Good. If I want to make my word expressions a little bit more expressive and emotional, I will use such words like a bit, much, far, and less. Okay, and I'll just put them in front of my adjectives. A bit is going to be translated like немножко, чуть-чуть. For example, немного сильнее, a bit stronger. Okay, немножечко глубже, a bit deeper. Okay, the next word is much. The translation is намного. Например, намного старше, much older. Намного шире, much wider. Намного стройнее, much slimmer. Okay. The next word is far. Here it's translated like гораздо. Гораздо моложе, far younger. Гораздо толще, far fatter. Гораздо уже, far narrower. Okay? And here comes our special friend, which is less. Less is translated like менее, but it's special because we have a star here, right? So listen to my Russian. Менее слабый. Слабый. All right? Less weak. All right? Менее богатый. Less rich. Менее широкий. Less wide. Have you noticed anything? So, with such words as a bit, much, and far, I use comparative degree. So I say a bit richer, much richer, far richer. Немножко богаче, намного богаче, гораздо богаче. But with the word less, I use positive degree, okay? Я использую положительную степень со словом less. So I say less rich, менее богатый, okay? So, let's practice with some other words, okay? Итак, поехали. Как мы скажем немножечко холоднее? A bit colder. Намного жарче. Much hotter. Гораздо больше. Far bigger. Менее темный. Less dark. немножечко светлее, a bit lighter, гораздо тише, far quieter, намного громче, much louder, и менее быстрый, less fast. Okay. And a little bit of some other words, right? So, немножечко глупее. A bit sillier. Намного острее про пищу. Much spicier. Гораздо ленивее. Far lazier. Менее оживленный. Допустим, про музыку, концерт. Less lively. Гораздо вкуснее. Far tastier. Намного легче. Much easier. Немножечко красивее. A bit prettier. Good. So, in your book, you might find a song which is called comparative. So, your homework number 1, you have to learn all the words out of the song, okay? And with your teachers, you might have a dictation or sort of that. Okay, and I will help you out with some new words. I'll show you some visuals, all right? So, some visual assistance. So, how can you describe these two pictures? My idea is warmer and cooler, теплее, прохладнее. You can also say here hotter, colder, or chillier, right? Everything works here. When we are talking about light, I can say that the light is brighter, yeah, or dimmer. Brighter, ярче, dimmer, тусклее, dimmer. Good. How can you describe these babies? So this one is louder and this one is quieter, громче, тише. Okay, let's get down to some dogs. All right, so this one is drier, суше, and this one is wetter, мокрее. All right? Good. Найдите мне, пожалуйста, слово прохладнее. Cooler, тусклее, dimmer, суше, drier, тише, quieter. Okay, let's get down to some other new words. So, if you want to describe any kind of pastries or bakery products and bread, in fact, you might use such words like fresher and staler. Fresher, свежее, staler, staler. What is that? Такой сухой, твердый, черствый. And when we are describing the weather, I would use the word milder and severe. Milder. Такая теплая зима. Мягкая зима. Milder. And severe, когда она суровее. Alright, severe. Okay. When you are swimming, the lake or the river might be deeper or shallower, глубже или мельче. And when you're sitting in the room, so the walls can be narrower or wider, уже или шире. Хорошо. Найдите мне, пожалуйста, мягче про климат. Milder. Глубже. Deeper. Черствее. Staler. Уже. Narrower. Good. And some other words, okay? If I'm talking about levels, alright, про уровни, когда говорю, выше уровень, ниже уровень, alright, I would say higher and lower, okay? But I can't use the same adjectives when describing people. So with people, I will use the words taller and shorter. Okay. Oh, this is my favorite. When I'm describing a pencil, I can say, I'm looking at the top of it, right? I'm saying sharper, yeah? What else can be sharper? We can have a sharper angle, yeah? Острее угол, sharper teeth, острее зубы, sharper knife, да? A sharper knife, острее нож. But if I want to say that this object is not sharp, just the opposite, I use the word blunt, blunter, okay? Тупее. Students usually get confused here because they translate the word tupее как sillier or more stupid. No, okay? So when we're talking about the feature, right, the physical feature characteristic of an object, I would use the word blunt, okay? Тупой, про предмет, когда мы говорим, okay? So when I'm wearing glasses, I have better sight. When I'm wearing glasses, I see everything clearly, right? But when I'm not doing that, so everything is pretty vague, all right? Clearer, четче, яснее, чище. Vaguer, такой смутный, расплывчатый, нечеткий, неясный. Vaguer. All right, and the last two objects. So what is the taste of this fruit? Bitter, горче. And we have strawberries, which are sweeter, right? Sweeter, слаще. Perfect. The important part here is that you write everything down correctly, okay? So the spelling really matters, okay? Правила про описание. So let's take a look. So all of these words are pretty short, right? Cold, fat, fine, busy, clever, and narrow, okay? By short adjectives, I mean that the adjective has one syllable or two syllable at maximum, all right? Либо у прилагательного один слог, либо два максимум. So in this case, we add suffix er, okay? So let's take a look. Cold, colder, nothing happens. Fat, fatter. So we have a double T, right? So let's see, cold and fat. So they're pretty short, right? So one syllable. И то это слово состоит из одного слога. Но почему здесь у нас произошло удвоение? So first of all, the syllable has to be stressed. Stressed. То есть на наш слог должно падать ударение. Хорошо, здесь тоже падает ударение, правда? Но в чем тогда подвох? Our word has to end in consonant. And before that, we need to have a vowel. Наше слово должно заканчиваться на согласную, а перед ним должна стоять гласная. И тогда еще наш слог должен быть ударным. Тогда у нас будет удвоение. Fatter, okay? Посмотрим на слово cold. Все с ним хорошо, слог ударный, но заканчивается на согласную, но перед ним не стоит гласная, перед ним стоит еще одна согласная, поэтому правило это не работает. Поэтому просто добавляем er, colder. А у fatter будет у нас удвоение t. Okay, fine. So we have silent e, which drops out, and then we put er, right? Finer. Okay, busy, busier. So what happens? Y changes into I, and then we put er. But also we have some words like busy, clever, and narrow. These are the words that end in Y, ER, or OW, you see? Right? Only such words with like that, alright? Это слова, которые заканчиваются на Y, ER или OW. Они у нас могут иметь два варианта. We can say busier or more busy. Cleverer or more clever. Narrower or more narrow. Только эта категория слов. Но давайте с вами договоримся, что если можно подставить ER, то мы это будем делать. Okay, now I want you to practice. Please take a piece of paper and a pen and try to write down the comparative forms of these adjectives. For example, you have the word slim, okay? And you analyze what happens to it when we add ER, okay? Slimmer, so we have double M, okay? So pause the video, take a piece of paper and write them down. Check yourself. Okay, so let's double check it together. Cool, прохладный, прохладнее, cooler, или круче еще как вариант. Shallow, shallower, more shallow, мельче. You remember, yeah? OW, we can say more shallow. Dim, тусклый, тусклее, dimmer, double M. Dear, дорогой, dearer, дороже. Stale, черствый. So we have E here. What happens? Staler. We just put R, right? Bitter. ER. We can say bitterer, горче, or more bitter. Blunt, тупой про предмет. Blunter or, there is no or, just blunter. The next word is wet. Wetter, double T. Dirty, грязный. Dirtier, Y changes into I. Severe, суровый, про климат. Severer. Wild, wilder. Near, nearer. Sad, sadder, double D. Lazy, lazier. I, Y changed into I. Rough, rougher. Okay? Rough – это грубый, про материю какую-то. Или в абстрактном каком-то переносном значении грубые манеры, допустим, rough manners. Okay? But it's not a trait of the person. Но это не черта характера человека. Про человека мы скажем rude. Good. Also, we have some exceptions that you just need to learn by heart. So we don't say gooder, better, and farer. Instead, we're saying better, лучше, worse, хуже, farther or further, okay? Farther, further. The difference between these two you'll find out a little bit later, okay? You just need to learn these words. Okay, поехали. Итак, я старше тебя. I'm older than you. Она худее, чем он. She is slimmer than him. Мы счастливее вас. We're happier than you. Они толще, чем вы. They are fatter than you. И я занятее, чем он. I am busier than him. Okay, you can use the word than, чем, to show which two objects you compare. And if you were attentive, we used a short version in the end. I am older than you, right? Or than him, than her, than us. But also, you may extend it, all right, and make it a little bit longer and more official, all right, more formal. So, you can say, она худее, чем он. She is slimmer than he is. Or than him, it's fine. Or just than he, it's spoken English. Они счастливее нас. They are happier than we are. Or than us. Okay. Я старше, чем ты. I'm older than you are. Or than you. Good. Эта речка длиннее, чем та. This river is longer than that one. I have a question about the word one. What is that? Is it the number or is it something different? So instead of not to be repetitive and say this river is longer than that river, yeah, so we kind of repeat the word river twice. In order not to be repetitive, we use the word one. Yeah? То есть, чтобы не повторяться, мы используем слово one. Okay. Это озеро глубже, чем то. This lake is deeper than that one. Эта книжка толще, чем та. This book is thicker than that one. Эта коробка больше, чем та. This box is bigger than that one. Эта гора выше, чем та. This mountain is higher than that one. Этот мост шире, чем тот. This bridge is wider than that one. Какая речка длиннее? Which river is longer? Какая книжка толще? Which book is thicker? Какая гора выше? Which mountain is higher? Какое озеро глубже? Which lake is deeper? Какая коробка больше? Which box is bigger? Какой мост шире? Which bridge is wider? Какая речка длиннее, Волга или Днепр? And here we need our knowledge from card 6a, right? So with rivers, we use article the. With single lakes, we use zero article. So, which river is longer, the Volga or the Dnepr? Волга длиннее, чем Днепр. The Volga is longer than the Dnepr. Какое озеро глубже, Байкал или озеро Женева? Which lake is deeper, Lake Baikal or Lake Geneva? Байкал глубже, чем Женева. Lake Baikal is deeper than Lake Geneva. Okay, perfect. Take a look at these two guys, Chris Evans and Elijah Wood. Both of them were born in 1981. So I have a question. Who is older? I would say that they are the same. The same what? Age, right, good. Они одного возраста. Если мы хотим описать какие-то характеристики человека, внешние, не только человека, любого предмета, внешние или внутренние, мы будем это использовать с помощью зеленой карты. They are the same. Очень много студентов путаются и говорят это в коричневой карте, потому что они думают, что предметы обладают этими характеристиками. Нет, через зеленую карту they are the same, и дальше идет какое-то существительное. Age, for example. Good, so both of these girls, they weigh 60 kilograms. I have a question. Who is heavier? They are the same weight. Они одного веса. Which is longer? They are the same length. Length, длина. Which is wider? Wider. They are the same width. Width, ширина. Okay. Who is taller? They are the same height. Одного роста. Height, еще как высота вариант. Which is deeper? They are the same depth. They are the same depth. Okay. Both of these, there is a bag of water, not a water, milk, right, in a bottle. Okay. Both of them, they cost $5. So, which is cheaper? They are the same price. They are the same price. Они одной ценовой политики. Okay. Who is stronger? We don't know, but maybe they are the same strength. Они одной силы. Okay, what can you tell me about these hearts? These hearts are the same size. Одного размера. What about the dogs? These dogs are the same breed. Одной породы. And the last one. I hope you've had breakfast early in the morning or whenever you are watching the video. So these fried eggs are the same. They could be the same shape, да, одной формы. And also they can be the same taste, okay? Одного вкуса. So if you want to say that something is the same, like the other, as the other, we use the word одинаковый или одной, да, они одного роста, они одинакового веса и тому подобное. So we use the subject, then goes the verb to be in the present, in the past, or in the future, doesn't matter, you can use any tense, but in plural, because we compare several objects, right? So are, were, or will be. Then you use the word the same. Then we have a noun, right? So you end with a noun. So pause the video, try to remember, draw from your memory all the translations that we have just worked through, okay? So возраст, age, рост, height, вес, weight, размер, size, ширина, width, длина, length, глубина, depth, цена, price, форма, shape, цвет, color, вкус, taste, сила или крепость, strength, порода, breed. Nice. Кто старше, Alice или Linda? Who is older, Alice or Linda? Они одного возраста. They are the same age. Кто выше, Paul или Phil? Who is taller, Paul or Phil? Они одного роста. They are the same height. Alice на чуть-чуть, немножечко выше, чем Linda. Alice is a bit taller than Linda. Paul на 20 лет старше, чем Phil. Paul is 20 years older than Phil. Alice намного старше, чем Линда. Alice is much older than Linda. Paul на 2 сантиметра выше, чем Phil. Paul is 2 centimeters taller than Phil. А какая речка длиннее? Они одной длины. Which river is longer? They are the same length. А какое озеро глубже? Они одной глубины. Which lake is deeper? They are the same depth. Какая гора выше? Они одной высоты. Which mountain is higher? They are the same height. Какой мост шире? Они одной ширины. Which bridge is wider? They are the same width. Какая коробка больше? Они одного размера. Which box is bigger? They are the same size. Какая сумка тяжелее? Они одного веса. Which bag is heavier? They are the same weight. Какое пальто дешевле? Они одной цены. Which coat is cheaper? They are the same price. И какое вино крепче? Они одной крепости. Which wine is stronger? They are the same strength. Эта машина немножечко дешевле, чем та. This car is a bit cheaper than that one. Эта сумка на 8 килограмм тяжелее, чем та. This bag is 8 kilograms heavier than that one. Okay, perfect. So guys, this is the question to the boys, by the way. I have a question. Who is prettier, Jolie or Aniston? Or another question is, who is the prettier of the two women? В первом случае я спрашиваю просто, кто симпатичнее, кто красивее. Во втором случае я уже уточняю, кто симпатичнее или красивее из двух женщин. Обратите внимание на грамматику. The prettier of the two. So, when I mention из двух, когда я прям по-русски говорю из двух мальчиков, девочек, животных, стульев, неважно, любые абсолютно берем объекты из двух, я это буду на английский переводить через конструкцию the of the two. Помните, у нас на первом курсе было the of the? Вот тут то же самое, только появляется еще и сравнительная степень. The comparative degree of the two, and then we have a noun in plural. This is a very important thing, okay? Only when you mention in Russian из двух кого-то или чего-то. Итак, кто старше из двух девочек? Who is the older of the two girls? Alice старше из двух девочек. Alice is the older of the two girls. Кто выше из двух мальчиков? Who is the taller of the two boys? Paul выше из двух мальчиков. Paul is the taller of the two boys. Какая дешевле из двух машин? Which is the cheaper of the two cars? Это дешевле из двух машин. This is the cheaper of the two cars. Or you can also say this car is the cheaper of the two. Fine. Какая из двух сумок тяжелее? Which is the heavier of the two bags? Это тяжелее из двух сумок. This is the heavier of the two bags. Or you can say this bag is the heavier of the two. Fine. Good. So now you're gonna listen and not only listen but also sing along with the song, okay?
Which river is deeper or wider? Which river is longer and wider? Which box is heavier and thicker? Which box is harder and bigger? They are the same depths, they are the same widths, they are the same lengths, they are the same weight, and is the older of my two mates, and she's the younger of my two dates. This is the brighter of the two stars. This is the faster is fatter and older. They are the same age, they are the same height, they are the same breed, they are the same size. And he's the older of my two mates, and she's the younger of my two dates. This is the brighter all the two stars. This is the faster all the two cars. Which coat is lighter, cheaper? Which coat is warmer and cheaper? Which tea is tastier, hunger? Which tea is hotter and stronger? They are the same color, they are the same price, they are the same taste, they are the same strength. And he's the older of my two mates, and she's the younger of my two dates. This is the brighter all the two stars. This is the faster all the two cars. And he's the older of my two mates, and she's the younger of my two dates. This is the brighter of the two stars. This is the faster of the two cars. And he's the older of my two mates, and she's the younger of my two dates. This is the brighter of the two stars. This is the faster of the two cars.
All right, so I hope that you have listened to the song and not only listened but also sang along with the lyrics because I like this song really. So, this is your homework number 2. So the first one was learning all the new expressions from the song comparative and be ready for dictation. And this is your homework number 2. So conversation number 1. So in this conversation, as you might notice, we are gonna compare two countries, which are Russia and the USA, right? So I want you to compare these countries according to the given characteristics, okay? Take your time and try to compare them using their standard of living, уровень жизни, standard of living, right? Their size, the size of the country, yeah, which one is bigger? People, okay? So people in Russia and people in the States, how different are they? Okay? And the landscapes like rivers, lakes, mountains. Okay? So now you're gonna listen to the conversation, and I want you to mention all of these details, all right? So let's go.
Well, Artem, do you agree now that the USA is better than Russia?
Your standard of living is a bit higher than ours, but Russia is the better of the two countries.
You must be joking. Russia even is poorer than Mexico.
Perhaps, but it's bigger than the USA and Mexico taken together.
Maybe so, but everything in the American landscape is grander. Mountains, rivers, lakes.
No way. There isn't a single peak in the Rockies higher than Mount Elbrus. And which lake is deeper? Lake Baikal or Lake Michigan?
Lake Baikal, of course. But which river is longer, the Ob or the Mississippi?
The Mississippi is only a few hundred miles longer than the Ob. But the Ob is much wilder.
Answer this then. Which animal is bigger, the American grizzly or the Russian brown bear?
Your bears are heavier than our bears, and so are your girls. Russian girls are far prettier.
Right. Our landscape is nothing compared to your girls.
All right, perfect, good. So now we're gonna practice some words out of the conversation. So let's analyze the grammar first, okay? So do you agree that the USA is better than Russia? So here we have the exception, right? So better, лучше, okay? So we compare two countries. Okay, Russia is the better of the two countries. So here comes the structure, the of the two, да? То есть Россия лучше из двух стран. Okay, so we mention of the two, из двух стран. That's why I use the definite article the, comparative degree, and then of the two, and noun in the plural, the of the two. Good. Let's review card 6A that I hope you have successfully passed. So we have USA, Rockies, Ob, Mississippi, American grizzly, Russian brown bear. Do I need to put an article here? Yes. So USA abbreviation, right? So the states, the USA, the Rockies. So this is a group of mountains. The Ob, the Mississippi. So these are the rivers. With rivers, what are objects? We use article the. And the American grizzly, the Russian brown bear. So use article the because it's an animal, right? It's a biological species. That's why I use the. Биологический вид животного. Okay, what about these words? Russia, Mexico, Mount Elbrus, Lake Baikal, Lake Michigan. I use zero article, so I don't put anything. Why? Because with countries, right, I don't use articles. With single peaks, single mountains, I don't use anything. And with lakes, again, single lakes, I use zero article. Good. Okay, let's move on. So I want you to take a look at these quotes, okay? There may be more beautiful times, but this one is ours. Могут быть красивее времена, да? Но это время наше. Nothing is more expensive than a missed opportunity. Нет ничего более дорогого, чем упущенная возможность. And the last one. There is nothing more important in life than love. Нет ничего в жизни более важного, чем любовь. Okay. So first of all, do you agree or disagree with these quotes? So take your time and try to answer the question and why you agree or disagree with that. Number 2, let's take a look. Find the adjectives in these quotes and how are the comparatives formed? Let's see. In these quotes, do you see any adjectives? Right, we have more beautiful, okay? Here, more expensive. Here, more important. Nice. So what can we say about these adjectives like beautiful, important, expensive? How many syllables are there? Сколько там слогов? More than 2, right? So 3 or even more. So if we have, guys, long adjectives, we form it with the help of more. More plus long adjective, right? More important, more expensive, more beautiful. This is the rule number 2. Rule number 1, with short adjectives, we put er in the end. With long, we put more just before it, in front of it. Good. So let's read these words after me, okay? Profitable, powerful, interesting, expensive, expressive, difficult. Good. Okay. Как мы скажем, что этот бизнес прибыльнее, чем тот? This business is more profitable than that one. Этот компьютер менее мощный, чем тот. This computer is less powerful than that one. Этот журнал более интересен, чем тот. This magazine is more interesting than that one. Это пальто более дорогое, чем то. This coat is more expensive than that one. Эта картина менее выразительная, чем та. This painting is less expressive than that one. Этот перевод менее трудный, чем тот. This translation is less difficult than that one. Good. Какой бизнес более прибыльный? Which business is more profitable? Какой компьютер более мощный? Which computer is more powerful? Какой журнал менее интересный? Which magazine is less interesting? Какая картина более выразительная? Which painting is more expressive? Okay, again, repeat after me, alright? Serious, important, comfortable, convenient, spacious, difficult. Okay. And also, as you might see here, we use some words. These are the words that you already know, right? Как мы скажем, что эта болезнь намного серьезнее? This illness is much more serious. Okay, you can say a lot more serious. So much and a lot, they can be used interchangeably. Это кресло гораздо удобнее. This armchair is far more comfortable. Эта квартира немножечко просторнее. This flat is a bit more spacious. Этот вопрос гораздо важнее. This issue is far more important. Этот супермаркет намного удобнее. This supermarket is a lot or much more convenient. И это задание немножечко сложнее. This task is a bit more difficult. Fine. Это намного интереснее, чем было раньше. It's much more interesting than it was before. Это будет намного менее дорогим, чем это есть сейчас. It will be much less expensive than it is today. Это будет намного прибыльнее, чем было раньше. It will be much more profitable than it was before. Это будет гораздо менее утомительнее, чем это есть сейчас. It will be much less tiring than it is today. Okay, fine. Я буду более осторожна в следующий раз. I will be more careful next time. Я буду менее высокомерным в будущем. I will be less arrogant in future. Я буду более вежливым в следующий раз. I will be more polite next time. Я буду менее хвастливым в будущем. I will be less boastful in future. Я буду более щедрым в следующий раз. I will be more generous next time. И я буду менее поспешным в будущем. I will be less hasty in future. Okay. So guys, we have your homework number 3, which is conversation number 2. So try to guess what it is going to be about. Right, it's going to be about pirates. So, before we start watching the conversation, I want you to answer these 2 questions. Would you personally like to be a pirate and why? And number 2, if you found the treasures, what would you do? Try to answer honestly, okay? Take your time. And we're moving on to conversation. Okay.
Dear my blood, Jane, it's wetter than ever today. Don't worry, it'll be much calmer tomorrow. Tell me about your new plan. I hope it's less foolish than the last one. This time, I propose something much more serious. Captain Blackbeard's treasure. Be practical, Jane. Our smuggling business is much more reliable than your new plan. But smuggling business will be less profitable next year. Besides, I have the map. Show me. The mark on that map and Blackbeard's sign. Why? They're the same shape. That's because it's Blackbeard's map. Are you with me? Yes. We'll need a fast ship. That's more important than anything else. Which ship is faster, the Neptune or the Hispaniola? The Neptune is the faster of the two ships. Okay. I'm sure we'll succeed. Only try to drink less. I'll be more sober next time. I promise.
Okay, good. So let's take a look at some of the new vocabulary, okay? So here to the left, you can see the new words, and to the right, so these are their meanings. I want you to match the words with their meanings. But before we start, I want you to repeat these words after me, okay? Let's get it started. Foolish, smuggling, reliable, profitable, mark, ship. Let's do it one more time from the bottom to the top. Ship, mark, profitable, reliable, smuggling, foolish. All right. So can you please find the word which means illegal? All right. This is smuggling. Smuggling, illegal. Контрабанда какая-то. What's that? That's a ship, right? Good. Корабль. When something is unwise, how do we call it? Foolish, right? Foolish, такой глупый, дурацкий. A written or printed symbol. Mark. Mark какая-то метка, значок какой-то, знак. Trusted, someone that you can trust. Reliable, right? Надежный, okay? And the last one, money making. This is profitable, прибыльный. All right? So these were the new words. Okay, let's take a look at this word, and you need to tell me how we pronounce it, right? This one. Tell me about your new plan. It's not about your, it's about your, together, okay? So connected. Tell me about your new plan. Расскажи мне про свой новый план. Tell me about your new plan. Fine. And also let's analyze some grammar, okay? Let's see. We have much calmer, much more serious, much more reliable. So calmer, right? So we put ER because the word is short. Much calmer. Намного спокойнее. All right? Much more serious. Serious. 3 syllables. Reliable. 3 syllables. По 3 слога. Длинные слова, long adjectives. That's why I use the word more. Right? Let's take a look at these two. We have less foolish, менее дурацкий, and less profitable, менее прибыльный. Okay? What do you remember about the word less? After less, we use only positive degree. После less я использую только положительную степень прилагательного, то есть просто прилагательное, как оно есть. Perfect. Good. So let's practice, okay? So we have five different sentences here. So as you might see, we have just the words and you need to put them into the right order, okay? Take your time, pause the video, try to write down the sentences and then come back to me and double check it together with me, okay? So, this bag a bit heavy, that one. Okay, heavy is a short adjective. That's why I say this bag is a bit heavier than that one. Эта сумка немножечко тяжелее, чем та. Number 2. This one of the two rivers. То есть эта речка длиннее из двух. И у нас тут появляется из двух. Okay? Поэтому нам нужна конструкция the of the two. This is the longer of the two rivers, or this river is the longer of the two. You can also say of the two ones, right? Good. Number 3. Those men the same height. Те мужчины одного роста. Those men are the same height. Good. Okay, so we use green card for that. Number 4. That translation much difficult. This one. That translation is much more difficult than this one. Okay? Because we compare things. Much more difficult. Намного сложнее. I less boastful next time. То есть я буду менее хвастливый. I will be less boastful next time. Because after less, we use positive degree, right? Good. And here I want you to complete the sentences. So again, pause the video. Try to make up a sentence and put any sort of comparative degree as like you might think of, all right? So the first one, this bread is a bit, what can you put here? Is a bit, my ideas are fresher than that one or staler than that one, okay? Maybe somebody might say tastier. Yeah, it could be, why not? Number 2, this coffee is far what? Stronger, tastier, hotter than that one. Okay, as you wish. This song or this music is much louder, quieter, more enjoyable than that one. So these are my options. Okay, and the last one. This computer is less what? Less special, less powerful than that one, or less expensive than that one, for example, right? Good. Nicely done. And the last thing that I want you to do is to answer the questions. So try to boost your speaking skills, okay? Number 1. Who is richer, Bill Gates or Jeffrey Bezos? Who is the richer of the two men? Okay, answer. Go ahead. Number 2. Which mountain is higher, Everest or Haverla? Which is the higher of the two mountains? The of the two, right? Number 3. Is classroom 11, so this is the classroom where we had lectures at. Is classroom 11 more spacious than yours? Spacious, просторнее. Number 4. Are Mercury and Saturn the same size? Number 5. Are your classmates the same age? Or group mates at Solovov school? And the last one. Was card 6A more difficult than card 6? Okay, amazing. Okay, nicely done, guys. So you did a pretty good job, okay? So your homework is song comparative, conversation number 1, conversation number 2, okay? So Chuck Norris wishes you a really nice weekend. So see you just in a week, okay? Take care. Bye-bye.